Hey everyone, sound check. Tell me if you can hear me. If you can hear me, good. If you can't hear me, bad. Tell me if you can't hear me. I don't know why they have to make this so difficult, but whatever. All right. All right. Excellent. Excellent. The sound's not bad. Okay. Let me pull it up over here because I can see the chat over there, but not over here. And I need to see it over here. Ironically, I usually have to go to my own page to find my stream. Here I am. Mute that, and I think I'm going to be good here. You should be able to hear me just fine now. I did kind of stand away from the mic, but yeah. So here's the deal. I don't have a lot of time. I actually have an alarm going off at 4:20 here. It's 3:47. I have 3 computers I need to... I actually have 5 computers and... No. I have 2 computers I need to build here. I have 3 other computers that I need to build otherwise, but I need to do bench builds. And if you don't know what a bench build is, basically it's where you take a computer... Let me get this moved over a bit. I don't know how that happened, but it's pointed down too much, isn't it? Yeah, way too much. Ah, there we go. Tighten up, boy. Alright. Anywho, if you don't know what a bench build is, it's when you put together the guts of the computer on the bench and test it before you go assembling the whole thing like an idiot. Yeah, 420. I picked that on purpose. I completely did that for the lulz and no other reason. No, I'm not kidding. I really did just pick 420 for the lulz. So anyway, the bottom line is that I need to build 2 computers here now. I have to build 3 later. But the 3 later are all Intel nukes. Where is my knife? It's literally right there. Quite literally right there. So what we're going to do is just put together a couple motherboard CPU RAM combos and SSD probably. Turn them on with a screwdriver and see if they post. If they come up on that monitor right there that you probably can't see anyway, then I'm good to go. If they don't, then I'm probably not good to go. By the way, I always stick these things in the box that goes with the motherboard. Is there something stuck in there? There is. There's a big foam brick. That's lovely. They get a foam brick. So I stick the CPU crap and stickers and all that nonsense in there just in case there's a problem later and we need to do a return. But for now, harvest some parts and set this stuff aside. Yeah, we'll put that in the board in a minute. Anywho, always keep everything with the board. If something goes wrong, you got all your crap in one place. So, of course, being... Yeah... the reason I'm leaving, I have an alarm going off at 4:20 is actually that I have a 5 p.m. appointment, and that's sort of my warning that, hey, idiot, stop doing what you're doing and start doing what you're supposed to be doing. Alright, look at this. This is what I call beautiful right here. I don't know if you agree, but if you don't agree, well, I kind of feel like that might be your problem, not my problem. Let me get this to where I can actually see my controls on my camera. Yeah, okay. The focus was set when something else was on, so there we go. Alright, here's a motherboard. It's a motherboard. It's a very complicated thing, right? And I have parts for motherboard, and talking about it like motherboard's its name. Autistic? Yes, I'm autistic. The libertarian side, I don't know if they're autistic. That's their problem. Anywho, this is actually one of the cheapest boards that I could get. I didn't get the cheapest board because it had a lot of reports of defects from the factory. I think it was an ultra cheap ass rock, which I don't do brand loyalty. But the bottom line is, you can generally trust that if something has a lot of bad reviews, it's probably bad. So there's RAM. Here's a PCI Express, NVMe, whatever, solid state drive. By the way, just for fun, I've actually never smoked weed. Although, I will admit that at one point, I was hanging out and a guy convinced me to, I don't remember if he called it dabbing or what, but he gave me a droplet of pure THC, and it was not pleasurable because he gave me what he quoted was a man-sized hit. No. So, that went very poorly, and no. No. So, that was my first and last foray into the world of doing drugs, and I'm not at all remotely interested. However, I don't hold it against other people if they are. I can understand the appeal of being a stoner fuck. So, if that's your jam, bro, I'm not gonna stop you. I ain't gonna kill your buzz. I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Smoke what you want, drink what you want, fuck who you want. I don't care. As long as you're not making me do it, we're good. And that's why libertarianism is so fucking cool. Let's see. Giant heatsink. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I don't need to be doing drugs anyway, so it's okay. Anywho, let's see. Did they put a screw in here? No, of course it's in the damn box. Of course it's in the box. Can't put this crap together without some nonsense. Alright. Buried in the box somewhere. Way down in the damn box. There's one screw! They couldn't just, like, screw it in from the factory. No, I've got to go find a little baggie with M2 screws in it. How stupid is this? I'm going to do this twice. Look, this is zip. No, that's not a zip. That's just dumb. Alright, fuck this. Alright. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I never really... I'm not the kind of person who tends to enjoy inebriation. I don't like being out of control, so... Yeah, so here's a fun little thing. If you see that, there's a big old plastic layer right there over this wax pad that cools the solid state drive. So we're going to take that off. We're going to slam this in. Some of you may be wondering why I don't have any kind of anti-static crap, and it's because I don't care. The truth is that CMOS components used to have serious problems where static would destroy them very easily. All modern CMOS parts, at least within the last 2 decades, possibly more, all modern CMOS parts are... Wait a minute, how did this go? Okay, it went this way. They have various internal, I guess you'd call them mitigations against that, to where it's not actually a problem anymore. You can still destroy a CMOS part with static, but you really have to put the work in to accomplish such a goal these days. So yeah, don't worry about static. Most of the anti-static stuff, it's just like anything else. There's old bad knowledge that was fine back when it was new, you know, but like antivirus software is a good example. Do you think an antivirus protects you? No. It's a last line of defense against certain technological ways to obtain unauthorized access to your hardware. But it's a last line of defense because it's not a good one. It's a pretty piss poor line of defense, to be honest. And always put the AMD that way. I'm going to have to take that off. Yep. And the truth is that Nanovirus does very little. I don't use one. One of the things that people don't remember, or how do I put this? I guess the thing is that when we moved over from Windows XP to Windows Vista, you saw a fundamental change in the Windows security model where being an administrator didn't give you administrative power unless you elevated, which is the whole user account control thing, which brought the security, well, roughly brought the security of a Unix or Linux system to Windows. Because now you could be a user that had the power to do anything, but by default, that power was stripped from you unless you pulled the Windows equivalent of a sudo. Haven't I consumed a lot of booze? Yes, I did. And in fact, I have drank quite a bit, but drinking booze is not smoking. And I actually have only had one bottle of wine plus I think one, maybe 2 glasses of wine in the past 2 weeks as part of my attempt to get less fat. So yeah, I drank plenty of booze. I'm trying to drink a lot less booze. I'm not drinking no booze. I'm not some kind of freaky abolitionist, but as part of getting better, I need to consume less of it because it's basically sugar water with alcohol on top. So, yeah. But anyway, alright, that should be it. Now, we need a power supply. I actually need a power supply and a power cord. These need to go in the box. Maybe don't punch over the other box. Yeah. Now, if you're curious about the choices that I'm making here on parts, a lot of it's financially driven, but not to the point of sabotaging what you get. I like to try to find sweet spots where you get the most per dollar without overspending. These guys, for example, I could have gotten them a Ryzen 7, but they would never notice the difference. And I mean they would never notice the difference. Ever. Yeah. Alright. Trash. There's the power cord. I'm actually going to use it for once in my life. The power cord that comes with these things, I almost always throw them in the trash because people already have them. But this time is different. Yeah. Let's get this. There's zip ties. Those could come in handy for something else later. Manuals, which no one will ever read. Seriously, the same place that's getting this, I actually took a whole bunch of old computers out of with the motherboard boxes. I guarantee you no one ever looked in those boxes again. But I always give people all of their parts and documentation just in case something goes wrong. Because you never know. You never know if something's going to go haywire and they'll be like, hey, I need to refer to the motherboard manual for how this pin crap goes because I don't know. Because I'm not the computer guy that built it. I'm some poor schmuck who's tasked with fixing it, which is not the same as building it. I hope that didn't break anything. Poor bastards. Alright, let's get some juice over here. Oh man, I got no sockets left. What do? No, really, what do I do? I've got all the sockets filled. So I guess I'll use this one. I'm actually planning some upgrades to this bench, including a rail to go across the top to mount lights, and possibly a camera. So, you know, we'll get there. Alright, this is a little dicey, but should be okay. Let's move this over. Okay. Let's hope that this all works out. Everybody can see, I hope. Plug in a little juice. Alright. And we need an accessory power connector, which is not the PCI Express ones. That's not it. that it? It's one. Looks like it might be it. Yeah. Yeah. Is there an onboard speaker? No, motherboards tend to not come with onboard speakers anymore. Some of them I don't think even have speaker headers. This particular board, I don't see a speaker header. No, the PC speaker has sort of gone the way of the Dodo. So no, there tend to not be any beeps because they're assholes. I miss the PC speaker. Super diagnostic tool. However, one good thing, and I can't really show it to you easily, but one good thing is these 4 debug LEDs. Instead of a speaker, we get lights that are silkscreen labeled with what those LEDs represent, so you can see what's failing visually, which is probably better. Anyway, let's see if everything catches on fire. Man, I had an opportunity here to bring out my fog machine and scare the crap out of you all, and I have failed to do so. I am so sorry. Alright, so you can see this screen, I hope. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the corner, at least. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's elevate this just a little bit. And maybe wheel it around. Loosen up, bud. So that you can kind of sort of see the screen, too. Because if this works, the screen will show us. If you look up a front panel pinout, you can use this and just poke the pins and it'll do what you want. Of course someone would pull in when I'm trying to do this. Oh well. I will return. In the meantime, let me know if it catches on fire. 4:20 yet. What am I going to do? Sorry about that. Lots and lots and lots of chatting. Okay. Oh my god, I got more people while I was not here. Oh, it caught on fire? That's too bad. I'm having a lot of fun with it. No, wait a minute. But I'm not getting anything on the monitor because I'm dumb. I actually didn't hit the button on the back. The blue light doesn't mean the monitor's on. It means that it's off. Who the hell puts a power light on a monitor that means that it's not on? Dicks. Okay. It ordered a pizza while I was gone. That explains the pizza guy that pulled up. Yeah, this board's trying to sabotage my diet. Ding, dang, dong. So, something really annoying that I'm already seeing is that everything's in Chinese. Everything's in friggin' Chinese. Okay. I've dealt with that before. I do not care. Let's just kill it. So, this bench build is successful. Now, I have about 13 minutes. Can I do another one? By the way, yeah, I know this anti-static bag conducts. I don't care. It's mostly there so that the pointy things on the board just don't get stuck on this towel that it's all on top of. Oh, right. Now I have a no signal. That's exactly what I needed. There's two M2 screws over here that need to go with that board, actually. Stay. There you go. Alright, and learning our lesson from the previous board. Let's, hold that. Yeah. Let's see how quickly I can get this one done, because I really don't want to be here much longer. I need to get that work done, and I told him I'd be there at a certain time. So, I don't like to not do what I say I'm gonna do. You can see all this, right? Yeah, good. Okay, I see that you can see. Yeah. Why don't I cut my fingernails so often? Because if you don't, then they're a vital tool and you won't have them. So, yeah, get all this out of my way. Okay. I've kind of made a bad situation for myself here, haven't I? Let's move all this out of the way. All this out of the way. Let's go ahead and put this chip in, just so it can also go out of the way. Yeah, honestly, I've spent 20 plus years ignoring the whole anti-static precaution thing, and there are some people who treat it like it's a religion. And I say if those people want to waste their time, then that's their problem, not my problem. I do not care. Feel free to waste your time dicking around with anti-static stuff. But, built hundreds of computers. Never had a problem. Actually, I would say that the defect rate of parts that I get, it feels like it's probably lower than what manufacturers usually expect. So I'm doing pretty good. My religion is I don't care. And it's a good religion. If you want to join, all you have to do is not care either. Let's see, where's that stupid screw? There it is. I just need one. I'm going to leave it in there this time. Just give me the one. Go away. And hold that. Alright. Now, you know what's really fun? You know what's really fun? There are people who, if they find out that I don't do things the way that they think is right, they'll say stuff like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. That's terrible. Your customers should sue you," or whatever. It's amazing. It's like, you don't do things the way that I think you should, therefore you should be punished somehow for it. I love it when those people show up. Usually I tell them how stupid they are, and then probably half the time I just ban them for being dickheads. Because I like to keep a clean house. I like it when people show up to read comments that aren't stupid. You can disagree with me. You can disagree with me all day long, and I'll let you. I'll gladly let you. But if you show up and all you do is talk trash, it better be funny or I'm going to delete it. Yeah. Honestly, you know what the best response is to people who whine about videos? The best response is, so make a video complaining about my video. Because the truth of the matter is that the little pussy crybaby whiny turds in the chat or the comments or whatever that show up and that try to inflame things, be it because they think that they're good at trolling. Don't try to troll Master Troll, by the way. Or because they just like stirring shit, or because they actually, for some reason, genuinely think that their opinion matters or their sense of justice matters or whatever. The best thing is to tell them to make their own damn video, because not a single one of them actually has. Not a single one of them. They won't go the easy route of speaking over your video while they play it back. They won't even like do the easiest response video route. And like, if you're not even gonna do that, then why would I put in any significant amount of effort to do anything other than troll you for laughs until you go away? Or I get tired of you and just ban your dumb ass. Like, it's gotta be worth my time. If you're gonna use my time, you gotta be worth my time. By the way, no, I'm not gonna make anybody a moderator. I don't care. If somebody gets trashy in the chat, I can kill them directly. And most of what I'm talking about is comments on videos. I actually had one come in over the weekend. There is a video of mine that's several years old. It's a white Dell all-in-one desktop that I decided to take apart without any kind of... whoop, that screw jumped. I see where it is. Let me go grab it. There we go. But I made the decision to just start tearing into it without like looking up directions or anything, just for fun. And someone left a comment on the video over the weekend going, "Oh my God, I am a professional. Please do not do this. Stop using metal pry tools." And there's a diagram underneath whatever that tells you how to open it. You can open it with your hands. You don't need to do... Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. Because you, whiny butt, metal pry tool dude, who says there's some diagram somewhere. A, you clearly didn't notice the video is like 5 years old. At least. Given the location it was done in, at least 5 years old. B, you didn't notice that in the comments I already mocked everyone that said anything about metal pry tools. I've been doing that for years, actually. C, I said at the beginning of the video, we're just going to tear right into it without looking anything up. You're dumb. And none of that was the point. The whole point was, hey, let's rip into this computer. Now, if someone looked it up and is like, oh, this is a how-to guide, okay, maybe it could have been done better. I didn't make the greatest videos 5 years ago when I was goofing off. I still don't make the greatest videos. I make garbage tier videos because I don't care. I'm happy to help where I can, but at the end of the day, if I stop doing this and I never make another fucking video, guess what? You know how much it's gonna hurt me? Not a damn bit. So yeah, I don't care about these people's opinions. They can suck it. All right. Oh, yeah, I can read better over here. Come on. See, one of the things that newer boards, one of the frustrating things about newer boards is that they have a nasty habit of taking a really long time to post the first time. Sometimes they even reboot twice. Please don't rant. Talk about the hardware. You're new here, aren't you? I mean, what do you want me to say about the hardware? Like, don't forget my monitor. It's over there. It's plugged in. It's not doing anything. I mean, look. What do you want me to say about the hardware? Memory modules are found in non-optimized slot. Oh my God. Screw you. Non-optimized slot? Dude, the diagram that you put up on the screen said that that's where it goes. You are stupid. This piece of cardboard. Yeah, so it's not... Alright, so it wants me to put it in the second slot first. And that's fine. Look, it posted just fine. That's fine. If that's what it wants, then that's what it gets. I don't understand why. I mean, I never looked into it. This whole put them into this slot first thing. I never really looked into why these things want you to put them in certain slots like that. But hey, man, if it's going to complain at power on, then sure. I can move it one slot over, turn it back on, poke it with a screwdriver, see if it orders me another pizza. Whatever. Well, look, Sir Cowcat, you specifically, Sir Cowcat, you said, don't rant, talk about the hardware. What do you want me to say about the hardware? Specifically. Like, you say talk about the hardware, what do you want me to say about the hardware? Because the truth of the matter is that the hardware is really not that interesting. It's just a Ryzen 5 5600G in a MSI whatever it is board that I got because it was cheap-ish. I mean, yeah. So anyway. Well, I also just realized something. I may have made a mistake and ordered micro ATX cases. That happens sometimes. So that's going to be interesting. I'll have to order some cases real quick, I guess. Anyway, all that aside, the boards work, and the 420 alarm's about to go off. Oh my God, I have a 420 alarm. So, woohoo. I mean, I know that there's a 30-second delay between when I say something and when you hear it, but it's been a little while, and I'm still waiting to hear what you want me to say about the hardware. I genuinely don't know what to tell you about the hardware. What do you want to know? Where is... Okay. I need that alarm to not go off, because I know what time it is, and I don't need anybody to tell me. Come back, chat. Yeah. Alright. You know, hey, game design guy, you know M2 and solid state kind of go hand in hand, right? Like M2 is NVMe and all that. I assume you know that anyway. Yeah, so that's about it. I have 3 Intel nukes. If you all want to, if you all want, I will... Okay, that's going to get old really fast. If you want, I'll do a stream tonight where I throw 3 nukes together, but that's really, really boring, because if you've seen my speed building a nuke video where it's like, how fast can you build an Intel nuke? M2 and SSD are different bandwidths. Okay, let me set something straight. M2 is a form factor. It has nothing to do with bandwidth. It's a form factor. It has keying. It can carry SATA. It can carry PCI Express. And SSD is a type of drive, but that it can be connected to PCI Express or to SATA. It can have different interfaces. So no, M2 and SSD don't have different bandwidths. That's like saying that like a car and a street have different bandwidths. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, whatever. M2 is a form factor. M2 usually, like you don't usually see PCI Express cards, for example, big full PCI Express cards for M2 PCI Express solid states. You see them in the M2 form factor. Yeah, M2's faster than SATA. That's true, unless the M2 is a SATA. In which case, yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. Because if I don't hurry up and leave, I'm not gonna make it to the appointment on time, since I gotta get fuel too. So, I can argue over extremely lame technical things some other time. Tonight, I think I will do a nuke build. I'll be back in a few hours, so watch out for that. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Thanks for coming. I'll see you in a few hours. Bye now.